Speaking of weather conditions, what's
Yep.
the scouting report on New York? What do you prepare for, especially with the kickers and the punts?
Yeah, I think we'll start by saying this. The early forecast is for December. The weather and the forecast that we're getting there looks like it's going to be excellent. Anytime you can get a 4 in front of it in New York in December, that's a good thing. So, but we got outside. We got those guys some work yesterday out here. We kicked and punt. We'll do the same thing again tomorrow. Being in that stadium, playing there a couple times, it usually is a little bit of a swirling wind, but nothing too crazy. If you hit a good ball, whether it's field goal or a punt, you're ready to use it there. And we're always prepared, for punt or kickoff. If you need to be able to go directional with it and use the wind to your advantage, we'll do that. But I don't think those guys trusting their process, hitting a good ball, it'll be fine. They can't overthink it, and they'll be all right.
How have you seen Matt's progress just kind of throughout the season?
Yeah, look, I think Matt's getting better and better. I think he's figured out his routine. And one of the things for young guys when they come into the league is they ended their senior year of college, right? Then they trained nonstop for the pro days or for the combine. And then they get the OTAs and they're kicking. So they've kicked a lot. And really for us, it's kind of lessening him and getting good quality and not overdoing it, not fatiguing him. We don't want him to be hitting too many balls. But I think he's getting better and better. He still has a ways to go of improvement. And I think that his things that he's working on, we're trying to isolate that. And some of that is, just location of where we're punting it when we want to go directionally, want ball a little bit wider outside the numbers. I also think he's done a good job. I know he wishes he had that punt back last week that hit on the 14. He'd like that, 4 or 5, 6 yards deeper. And unfortunately, there's been a couple times that the ball's been on the ground. It's just checked up the wrong way for him. But I'm pleased with where he's at, and he's working to continue to get better. I think he has a really bright future.
I think he's up there in Pro Bowl voting too.
Yeah, I don't even know how the Pro Bowl voting works, but I do know he's up there with punts inside of the 20-yard line. He's got a whole lot of those, and so that's a good thing. And really, when it says punt inside the 20, we want to punt inside the 10. We would like to force them to make a decision. Are they going to fair catch the ball in the 7 or 8, or let it go and let our gunners down it? But that's a weapon for us because field position is such a big deal.
What kind of your thoughts on JT and Rico playing meet at the punt returner last time?
Yeah, look, I'll be honest with you. JT's been doing that for a long time, right? He's the best there is in the league at that, and Rico's getting better and better each week. I actually had a conversation with him on Monday when we came in. Like, he's steadily improving, and I'm really impressed with his development. And we tell those guys, and whenever they're singled out there, that's what it should look like. They should have to dedicate 2 guys to them to block them. And if they don't, we should win when we get singled. And that's our expectation. That's the standard we've set here. And those guys take that as a challenge. And, one of the things we half joking but not joking is when they put a single out there to block you, it's a sign of disrespect. You better force them that they say to block this guy, we got to put 2 guys there. So we half kid with it, but we're half serious as well. And so, but I'm pleased with them. Both are getting better. And, it's amazing, JT, the production he's had, but he just continues to do it. I mean, I think he's got 20 tackles on the year, right? I mean, it's an unbelievable amount. And, the kickoff rules help that with the tackles he's made on that. But I really like the leadership that JT shows, and he's passing that on to the younger guys. And there's a lot of things behind the scenes that go on. And like every Saturday morning, JT runs a special teams meeting with the guys that are on the core special teams, and that's not with the coaches there. And, it's maybe 20 minutes, half hour, and just hitting each phase of the reminder. And he's teaching those guys little ins and outs of how to play the phase. Like, he's spent a lot of time with Rico at Gunner and just kind of giving him some of his tips there. And we got a lot of guys in our room like that. Like, I saw yesterday out here, I thought it was really cool. Ugo stays after and he catches punts, and all of our punt returners do. And he kept Rico out there with him. So as he was catching punts off the jugs, he was helping Rico kind of come to balance and not overrun the returner and just a couple practice reps. And I think that's the culture and standard that we have here, special teams wise. And I really appreciate those guys taking the extra stuff and doing that for us.
Back to Matthew, I know the talking points with him where he has a lot of tools in the kit.
Mm-hmm.
What have you guys honed in on that he does really well? Like which style of punting, or how many different styles do you like him to have up for a game, I guess?
Yeah, look, I think right now we are, let's just say there's 2 styles. There's his spiral ball, and then there's his flip-flop ball. And there's a couple ways of getting to that, right? The traditional, standing back there, our traditional punt. and he's able to hit, to spiral both ways. And I think that's where we talked about a little bit of his consistency of a little bit wider when he hits the directionals on a couple of them. And then his flip-flop ball is pretty impressive, right? He's able to hit that left. He's able to hit it back right. He's able to hit that on the move. One of the things that we've practiced, and, I think we've only done it like once or twice in a game, is his rollout, but hitting the spiral, so being able to do both of those. And I think his athletic ability helps that. And I think it, not only does it help him, I think it helps us. It helps our protection. It helps schematically of what teams have to prepare for. They got to spend a lot of time preparing for those different things. You throw in a couple fakes that we've run, and now teams have to be able to, well, I don't know if I really want to run this rush against them because they may run this fake and we're not sound there. And so, but he's a weapon for us, and he's going to continue to get better.
Was the fake punt that you ran this past week, was that something you went into the game knowing that you could potentially turn to if you?
We did, yeah. That's one of the things we've been practicing, throughout the season, and we thought when the right opportunity came up, and I thought that it was perfect timing to call it right there. And again, that's just guys going out and executing, and there's some things that are challenging to do, right? Like Nephi had to go block a big defensive lineman, right, to get the playoff there, and Taysom's got to be able to make that throw and run, and Kevin's got to work the one-on-one coverage, and he did a good job there of forcing the guy to grab him, because as we educate our guys on the rules. Yeah, there's no pass interference on a fake punt, but there is holding. There's defensive holding, and so he forced the corner to have to grab him, or he was going to come out of that wide open. So it was good timing for us. All good?
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.